What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down a sparring session with my friend Jason. He's been doing MMA for just over 10 years. He's been doing kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's about, I'd say, like 5'9", maybe 170, 175 pounds. Bear in mind, we don't really want to hurt each other, especially with the small gloves that we're using. So we are pulling back our punches and we are going technical. That way no one gets injured and we can come back and train again tomorrow. So now let's get started. We're going to be viewing the first round of a 2-round kickboxing match. This is, again, with small gloves. So again, we are pulling back our punches. Just keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Starting off first round, all I'm trying to do is gauge my distance, throw front kicks if he tries to put pressure forward. I'm using my punches, getting a little bit closer to him. I'm trying to cut off the space that we have right now. He's throwing a lot of low kicks to start off. I changed my stance a little bit. You're gonna notice anytime he tries to throw a low kick, I always either A, check the kicks or move my leg out of the way. Sometimes I get hit. The main thing is when you do check, you wanna try to turn your shin out and not get hit against the calf, because he does chase after calves a lot. Here we go again, I'm trying to change levels. He caught me with a back low kick. He noticed that I was checking the kicks line. He was able to get straight to the back. I'm gonna pause that real quick just to show that he did a really good job there. So we're gonna go back for 1 second. All right, here we are. So here it is. I tried to do a front kick and he timed it perfectly where he hit the back of my leg. We're gonna continue from here. I'm a little bit more aware of it now, so I'm careful as I'm putting pressure. I'm still trying to use my hands to block off his hands, push him where I want, and then throw my counters. Now, usually in our sparring sessions, what ends up happening is Jason is the more of a pressure fighter. He does try to chase me down more. So today, keeping that in mind, I came in with a better game plan to not let him allow me to do that. So anytime he throws something or tries to engage with me, I try to throw back, unless I feel like it's too unsafe, in which case I try to circle out, back out, and then re-engage again.
Which way do you like to circle?
Normally when I like to circle it, you can honestly do it either way. A lot of people say that you have to go away from the power hand, which is the rear hand if he's in an orthodox stance in this case. But honestly, if you take a back step with your lead leg, you can go into a neutral base and start circling out in any direction, so long as you have that a good amount of distance. You don't want to get caught with the rear hand. And you do the lean back low kick. A lot of Thais are known for doing that. We're just gonna go back 1 second. So as I was saying, over here, a lot of Thais like to do that. They end up, the opponent ends up throwing a high kick. So instead of trying to block it with both hands, they tend to lean back. And the reason for that is, it's really simple. You're getting hit with a bare shin, not in this case, but you're usually getting hit with bare shins, no shin guard, no protection. And usually if the guy throws hard enough, you can really injure your arm or even break your arm if you don't properly defend yourself. That's why I like to lean back and then counter with a low kick or counter with a switch high kick. In this case, I threw a low kick. Let's continue from here. He's changing levels a little bit, but it's not really landing. Right there, I got another check. I'm just trying to gauge distance again. Find openings to come in. He had a nice left hook over there. He's doing the same thing. He's trying to find his range for the low kick. He does like throwing the low calf kick a lot, and I'm aware of it, and that's why I'm usually able to block it. I'm gonna go back for one more frame here. Something important happened. So right here in this frame, what ends up happening is my opponent trips me, and I immediately get into a technical stand-up and get back to my feet. This is important because if it was under MMA rules, you don't want to end up on your back. If you do end up on your back, in MMA, it's just really tough to get up, especially if the guy is a high level belt. In this case, Jason's a brown belt. If he were to take me down, it wouldn't be easy to get back up. So I prefer right away, use no momentum, technical stand up, create frames, get back to your feet and continue from there. And we'll go from here. Still throwing his low kicks right there. Resetting, coming back to the center. I threw my own low kick as well. One thing I just did another Thai lean back. One thing I wanted to mention is people who do kickboxing, they tend to have, or even boxing, they tend to have a closer guard. They have their arms right at their head, just like this. With depending on your sport, you could have a sideways stance or more of a bladed stance or more square, depending on the sport. It could be Muay Thai or kickboxing. But in MMA, again, it's small gloves. If you bring your hands in front of your head, punches are gonna slip through. That's why if you look at this specific frame, or even throughout the whole sparring match, I have my hands in front of me. I don't keep them close to my head. And the reason for that is, one, create a shield out of my hands if he throws hooks, or parry punches that come towards my hands. If I have my hands closed off like this, and I do end up answering a phone like this, the glove can still slip through. Same thing with straights. If I have my hands in here, gloves can still slip through. But if I have my hands over here, I'm able to use my distance management, my hands to parry the shots or just shield them. And a little bit of countering over there. And that's it for round 1. All right, guys, we're starting round 2 of the breakdown. Here we go. Again, we're gauging distance. Jason's trying to set up his low kicks. I'm throwing combinations, trying to go top, high, throw combinations with the head, go to the body, change levels. I'm a little bit more, throwing more hands this round. Whereas the last round I was throwing a lot more front kicks. I haven't forgotten about them. I'm gonna add them soon, somewhere in this round. But I really wanted to start pressuring him a little bit more. And you're gonna notice as the rounds go on, I'm constantly trying to control the hands. When I do get close, I'm blocking off the hands, grabbing over top of it. Trying to circle out over here. Boom. Really important right here. Let's pause real quick. I'm gonna go back 5 seconds. Okay, let's go. So watch this frame right here. He threw a left hook, he threw a low kick, and I circled out to the right side. Again, he threw a left hook, I circled away from that left hook, I made sure I blocked it, and as he threw his low kick from the opposite end, I circled around to the right side. I'm gonna show that one more time. Okay, starting from here, pay attention to this right now, right here. Jason throws a left hook, and then a low kick, follows up. This is really important. He threw a left hook, I circled away from the left hook and blocked it. That way there's less damage if it does happen to land. As soon as his opposite leg, his right leg, came for the low kick, I circled out towards the right side and managed to circle out of the corner. So for guys wondering how they can get out of tight spots, corners or anything like that, or mat, the cage, this is one way of doing it. Go opposite of the attacking side. Again, Jason's still chasing after those low kicks, so I'm really aware of it. I either move out of the way or check it. It was a fake body kick to the head. Sometimes, so let's pause that one more time. Sometimes you do have to mix it up. Me and Jason have been training for, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years. So we both know each other's styles, right? When we know each other's styles, it's really easy to predict each other's movements. So you have to throw a little bit of feint sometimes. You have to fake throw a jab, fake throw a front kick. In this case, we're gonna go back 5 seconds. Threw a low kick right there, faked the front kick, rear front kick, and went to the head. I slowed down the kick so there's not as much power, but the idea is to fake the person out. Again, we're right back to the center. Jason's the one doing the pressure fighting right now. He gets me in the corner, he's trying to fake me out. He threw some light shots right there, and I managed to circle out one more time. Again, this time, I circled away from his power hand. That low kick missed right there. I didn't properly set it up, and that's why he was able to avoid it. Happens a lot throughout the rounds too. That's something you can look at and consciously work on as you try to improve your own game. This time it didn't work, but I still wanted to highlight what just happened. We're gonna go about 5-8 seconds back. Now watch the fake right here. I threw a fake kick right straight to the cross. I pulled back on the punch over here. I threw a I switch kicked, made it look like I was kicking with my left leg, and I went straight to the low kick. He was able to counter with the punches, but still, it adds up over time. I paid for this this moment right here. I went and then tried to do a sweep. I threw across, tried to throw my right leg just behind him. That way I can use my hip and off balance him using a forward hip motion. It's a Thai move where you throw across, you follow up with your right leg and sweep the person. I wasn't able to do it successfully here, and Jason was able to get me in the clinch. He kept strong balance and started throwing uppercuts. We're gonna continue from here. Throws in some good uppercuts, and I circled out. Again, we're starting off with some fakes over there, front kicks. Throws a jab. A lot of parrying, blocking the punches that come to us. You don't want to have your hands too close to your face when you're parrying those shots. Boom, hit me with the right knee right there. Some good exchanges here. I went to the body, set up my left kick. And that's time. All right, guys, that was round 2 of our kickboxing sparring session. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, remember, if you guys are sparring with MMA gloves or any type of gloves, it doesn't matter if it's the big puffy gloves or small MMA gloves, make sure you go do a lot of technical training before you go in and go 100% on each other and start turning it into a brawl. That way you're developing your technique, your skill, and slowly building yourself up rather than going out and hurting your partner. Thanks, guys.